All right, so we are going to do a little experiment today, and going to post this video, hoping it works. I've got our virtual students here with us that are just here on Wednesday. They're going to help me out. So they're going to confirm when I show them some water and some cups, and I will show it to the video too, okay? All right, so can you guys confirm that this is water in this jug? Okay, so here we go. Got it right there. All right. Can you guys confirm? Shoot, can't hold all three of them. All right. Do you see anything in those cups? Okay. Do you see anything in the cup? Okay. See anything in the cup? You see a napkin? See anything in the cup? Show you the last one. Anything in the cup? Anything in the cup? Okay. All right. So here's the cups. White, just plain white cups. Plain white cup. Okay. All right. So nothing in the cup. Okay. So now I'm going to pick one to pour the water in. Did the last one last time, so I'll pick the middle one this time. Okay. So now, y'all can't see on the video. Hang on. Okay, there we go. So I poured the water in the middle cup. Can y'all confirm I poured it in the middle cup?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so now it's your job to watch the water, okay? And remember where it is, okay? Y'all know where it is? Okay. Know where it is? Know where it is? Everybody know where it is, okay? All right. So this is the second time I made this video because I messed up the first time. But I didn't pour water on anyway. All right, so Mackenzie, you come on up here. Is the water in the first cup? Nope. You sure? 100% sure. Okay, here we go. Nope, water wasn't in the first cup. All right, James, let's do the... Is the water in this cup?
No.
You sure?
Yep.
100%?
Yep.
Oh, no water. Okay. All right, JD. Is the water in this cup? Is it in there, guys? Well, you thought it was. Okay, before. All right. So let's see. You watching at home, is the water in this cup? Where did it go? It's gone. So I just did a magic trick. All right, y'all can sit down. Okay. So on your discussion, and we're going to discuss this in class. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the video off, or maybe I won't. Go ahead and in your discussion, if you're watching this at home, if it's your virtual day, you can go ahead and answer those questions. But we're going to discuss it here. So where do you think the water went? Where do you guys think the water went? When I messed it up, I forgot to show the bottoms of the cups. So I forgot to show the cups. And so James guessed that there was a napkin in there. So I had to do it over. So anyway, so now what are y'all's thoughts on where the water went? Any ideas? Any thoughts? Okay. All right. So what's your explanation for how it disappeared?
It's not water.
Huh?
It's not water.
It's not water. Okay. Well, you might be close. You might be close. But it was water. Y'all heard me get it out of there. Okay. Any other thoughts? Okay. All right. What questions do you have about this experiment? How I did it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How I did it. Okay. All right. So I want you guys to Google. All right. And I hope this still comes up correctly. Where did the water go? Where did the water go experiment? Okay, so Google that exactly, and it should tell you. Is it locked?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Try the next one. Try to pinch this. Block too. Oh, man. Okay. Well, all right. Let me see if I can get it to come up. Okay, so it'll come up for me. So basically, I showed you the bottom of the cup, but they were white, okay? So you couldn't see it, but there was this little bit of powder in it that, and it's actually the same thing that they use in diapers, okay, to make them so absorbent. Let me see if I can get it to fall out. So as soon as I poured that water in there, it turned into this gel-like substance, okay? You can touch it if you want to, but it's pretty nasty. But anyway, this is a life skill. When you have a child one day, if you ever wash a diaper, which I'm sure you will, then you'll have this all over your washing machine, okay? All right, and then you have to get it out. All right, so the question is, did I deceive you a little bit? Just a little bit? I didn't tell you the whole truth, did I? I got you to look in the cup, and I said, can you confirm that there's nothing in the cup, okay? And you couldn't see it because it was white. So I did deceive you a little bit. So what is, as you're becoming or working on becoming a healthcare provider, what is one lie that a patient might tell their doctor or might tell their nurse? What do you think?
How they got the injury.
How they got the injury. Yeah, definitely. So, and why might they lie about that?
Might have been an illegal action.
Yep. It could have been, or it could have been abuse. Could have been abuse. Could have been something illegal. You're absolutely right. Lie about how they got an injury. What's another lie they might tell? How about nobody uses drugs, right? So if they ask them about drug or alcohol use, you think they're gonna, especially if they're a teenager, they're gonna be honest about that? No. If they're an adult and it's alcohol use, most of the time they probably won't be honest about that, not completely honest. So why is that? Why are patients not honest about that?
Some people don't like to admit that they have issues.
That's right. They don't want to admit. So shame is a factor. They don't want to be embarrassed. Okay. They don't want. What about smoking? Would that possibly, especially a teenager? But even adults, will they lie? You think they would lie about smoking? Yeah. Why? Yet again, because it's not. That's become definitely sort of socially unacceptable, and so they're going to lie about that. What about sexual activity? I mean, nobody has sex, right? I mean, no, they're gonna. If you guys got teenagers, no teenagers, right? I mean, so why might they lie about that? Embarrassed, right? Don't want to be, don't want. Okay, so just think about it for yourself. I mean, when you go to the doctor, do you tell your doctor the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I tell him anything he asks.
You tell him anything he asks. Okay, that's awesome. That's good. You tell the truth and of anything they ask. That's great. Why is it dangerous for a patient to not tell the whole truth?
Something could actually be wrong and it interferes.
Yeah. So Mackenzie said something could be wrong and it interferes. So let's say that they are using some type of drug, be it prescription that's not prescribed for them or illegal, and something's actually wrong with them, and then they end up, so they miss what's wrong with them, or they give them another medication that interacts, so it could kill them. Mm-hmm. So what else? You kind of hit on it just a second ago. You said some people don't want to admit if they have issues. If they don't admit they have issues, then can they ever get any help? No. So that's another thing. It's really dangerous if they lie, then they can't ever get any help for what their real issue is. Okay, and there could be a real medical reason for their issue that could be fixed. What else? Can you think of any other ways that could be dangerous? If they're sexually active and they say that they're not, then the consequences of that, if they're a female, is they could get what? Pregnant. But what else could they get? Or a sexually transmitted disease, definitely. Okay. Or if they're being abused, that, is another, if they're not honest about that, then they stay in that, situation. So, the reason I do this is, number one, because I think it's fun. And number two is because there's one rule of thumb that is correct about every patient, is that all patients lie, okay? That they're not telling you the whole story. And they may not be meaning to, okay? I'm not saying they're consciously making the effort to lie, but they just don't tell the whole truth. And sometimes they forget. Like, I can't tell you how many times I walked in a patient's room and I'm just confirming information, especially when I worked in surgery, where they had already given their information to someone the day before that called them, about their surgery. And does your child have any allergies? This was pediatric. And they said, no, they don't have any allergies. And so then I get there and I'm just confirming, okay, I've got on his chart that he doesn't have any allergies. Oh, no, he's allergic to penicillin. Okay, well, she didn't mean to lie yesterday. It's just probably in the nervousness or whatever of getting her child ready for surgery, she just accidentally gave you the wrong information, okay? But that could be detrimental, okay? So like if we give that child penicillin and they're allergic to it, which is a lot of the reason why there's, on a healthcare team, there's so many people that go in and ask the same questions over and over. And if it's a situation like a accident or, could be an illegal something, or there's something going on in that room with that patient, a little bit more of the story will come out, each time. So a lot of times, and I love to watch House in class, and so because any of you ever seen that show, House?
Never seen it.
Okay, so he says this, like,
Everybody lies.
all patients lie, and so many times in that show, they're missing the diagnosis because the patient is not telling the truth, okay? And so it's all in medicine, and why I spend so much time, and Miss Crittenden and I talked about this because this is our first year. So much of healthcare happens up here, okay? Which is why there's so much you have to learn before you can actually like put your hands on something. And a lot of it is working with people. And some people are always, we talked about this yesterday, or excuse me, on Tuesday, some people are always going to have better people skills than others. But I can get information out of people. I can pretty much get people to tell me anything. So if you're not a person that's like that, then when you get in healthcare, you need to surround yourself with, especially if you're a physician, you need to surround yourself with people like that so that you can figure out actually what's going on with that patient, because they're not telling the whole truth, okay, for lots of reasons. They have their own reasons. So anyway, there may be times that I assign a episode of House. If I do, I'll try to get it on there. I have Amazon Prime. But anyway, I'll try to get you guys to be able to watch that virtually. So, all right. Okay. So that's it for our lab. So I'm going to turn the video off. Okay.